Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into a pretty fascinating and frankly provocative set of sources. It's from a new Zen News special transmission called Unmasking Societal Fraud, a disclosure.
Right.
Our goal here is to unpack these claims for you. They offer, well, quite a radical reinterpretation of history and even current events.
And it starts somewhere quite unexpected, doesn't it?
It really does. With an image, we all think we know that,
Yeah.
that creepy plague doctor with the beak.
The symbol of the Black Death, medical authority back then, or so we think.
Exactly. But this source hits you right away, saying that whole image, that symbol, it's basically a foundational lie.
Yeah, that's the core assertion. According to this transmission, that iconic beach costume, it wasn't even invented until 1619.
Wait, 1619, so like almost 300 years after the main Black Death period.
Precisely. It was apparently detailed by a French physician, Charles Delorme. And the source doesn't just frame this as a historical oopsie, No, it's presented as, well, a deliberate kind of historical cover-up. Designed, it claims, to crank up fear and solidify authority.
Wow, okay. A foundational lie used to build fear. Does the source elaborate on the actual doctors then? Beyond the costume?
It does. It digs into that. It suggests the real plague doctors were often, well, second-rate, maybe inexperienced volunteers.
Not exactly the heroes we might picture.
Not according to this, no. Or sometimes people with zero formal medical training, just hired because things were desperate.
So more like record keepers than healers.
Largely, yes, keeping track of the dead. And apparently some even charged, huge fees for fake cures.
Goodness.
And get this, the source says during the scientific revolution, that beaked costume was actually seen by some as a mocking symbol, a caricature of false authority.
Okay, so this isn't just a history lesson then. The source is clearly drawing a line from that past to now.
Exactly right. This whole plague doctor narrative, this alleged deception, is positioned as a blueprint for what the source calls the Great Fraud. The Great Fraud. Okay? And how does that work?
It proposes this problem reaction solution model. You might have heard of it.
Yeah, I think so. Create a problem.
Or amplify one, yeah. Then engineer a terrified reaction from people.
Okay.
And then offer your pre-planned solution, which naturally requires everyone to comply.
And the costume. The mask.
Is the masquerade in this theory. It lets the one causing the problem or profiting from it look like the rescuer.
Okay, connecting that to today, the source uses another metaphor, right? Something about bad air.
Yes, the miasma of lies. It borrowed that old medical theory, miasma causing disease, but applies it to our information environment.
So like an infodemic, a blazoned atmosphere of information.
Exactly, and engineered, it claims, using fear, anger, and playing on our cognitive biases.
Like what kind of biases?
Well, the way we tend to believe something if we hear it repeated often enough.
Right, the illusory truth effect.
That and our tendency to just accept what authority figures say without much question. So, the plague doctor mask, the one stuffed with herbs to filter the bad air. How does that connect to today's miasma?
That's another direct parallel the source makes. It compares that mask to what it calls today's superficial solutions.
Such a...
Things like official fact checkers, for instance.
Okay.
The claim is they provide the illusion of filtering the bad information, the illusion of safety, but they're just masking the bigger underlying deception, not stopping the source of the bad air.
So it's like treating a symptom very superficially while the disease rages on.
That's the idea presented. And the world this creates. The source calls it a planetary quarantine ward.
Wow, strong language.
Very. It suggests society becomes atomized, people isolated, living in this state of abysmal dystopian, try again tomorrow, just perpetual crisis management.
Designed to wear people down.
Yeah.
Stop resist.
To exhaust the collective will, yeah. But then it offers a way out.
Okay, what's the proposed solution to this planetary quarantine?
Surprisingly simple, actually. It calls it a subtractive cure, a kind of new Zen.
Subtractive, meaning?
Meaning not adding more complex systems or fighting fire with fire. It's about simply stopping participation in the fraud.
How? What does that look like?
Withdrawing consent. Removing your energy, your attention from the narratives and systems you perceive as fraudulent.
So it's an internal shift, mainly. A withdrawal of belief and energy.
That seems to be the core of it. Less about overt action, more about internal sovereignty and where you place your focus.
Okay. To help people navigate this, the source offers a framework, the duality of perception.
That's right. It contrasts two views. On one side, the official narrative. Complex systems, Truth comes from experts with credentials. History is messy and chaotic.
And the other side?
The awakened reality. Individual sovereignty is key. Truth is kind of self-evident or intuitive. Well-being is our natural state. And history. Well, history is seen as more of a scripted deception.
So this duality is meant to be a tool.
A lens of clarity, as the source puts it, to help you, the listener, sort of decode the miasma and distinguish the signal from the noise in your own experience.
And the source ends on a pretty hopeful note, doesn't it? Despite the grim picture earlier.
It does. It claims a great awakening is already happening, that the miasma of lies is thinning.
Right. It has that phrase, everybody got it, meaning everyone was caught in the fraud, but now, no, we know more, suggesting a growing awareness.
A collective shift. And then comes the final, quite cryptic instruction or statement.
Yeah.
Sanctify it at September 2025.
Sanctify it. What could that even mean? It leaves you wondering, doesn't it? What does it mean for you to sanctify a moment in time?
And what power might that kind of focused collective intention hold? Especially for gaining clarity and maybe guiding action.
Yeah.
It's definitely something to ponder.